Alrighty, this is going to be incredibly brief. Caught stealing. I wouldn't watch it again, ever. It's one of those. It's right. My biggest problem with Caught Stealing. Amazingly, I've got a problem with it. It's like a comedy thriller, except it combines those two elements at exactly the same time, like in the same moment throughout the film. So, like Austin Butler's. I'll come back to Austin Butler, but his character's girlfriend gets executed. She gets shot in the head. Less than 8 seconds after that happens. It's tragic, really bad, because from what I could gather, they were like really into each other. It was a really nice little relationship he and her had going on. But seconds after that happens, something funny happens. Like Matt Smith comes like blundering in his sort of unhinged way, and made me laugh out loud. So yeah, Caught Stealing is one of those. It could have been done completely different, and I wish it had been, actually, because I've seen sort of crime thrillers, crime comic thrillers done in like a complete like parallel way. There are other films out there that are just much better, basically. I think the thing I have to point out is Austin Butler. He is absolutely he's fantastic. Looks and talent. I spent half of that film like just mesmerised by his beauty. He's gorgeous, isn't he? He's handsome. Fucking hell. There's practically a sex scene in this as well. That was it was appreciated. He's brilliant, but I can't help also think Elvis when I look at him. He's a stunning guy, but he puts his all into like any character I've seen him play. He's fantastic. In this, he's crying, screaming, acting or playing the fool to try and sort of throw people off the scent who are after him and stuff. So he's incredibly multi-talented. He's very versatile. He's brilliant. I love Austin Butler. So he was probably the best part of this. I swear, I haven't looked up the cast yet, but was that Carol Kane? I know her from years ago, Jumping Jack Flash, but she played the grandmother as well in the Addams Family films. Swear it was. I'll have to look that up afterwards. But this. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't watch it again. It just didn't. It didn't sit right with me. The whole, it felt like the film itself was confused. It felt like it was trying to, be a sort of adrenaline pumping sort of romp, like a crime thing. Where the lead character is desperately trying to zigzag past the people that are going after him, trying to track him down and stuff. But then, people who are close to him, they're getting picked off, and it's really. And then I'm suddenly, literally in the same breath, I'm like, LOL. Oh no! Oh my God, that's horrible. Didn't like that at all. No way. Not for me. That. The rest of it, it was. Right, okay, so all right, I've got another fault with it. The whole, the cop, the woman who, she pulls him into the station, Austin Butler's character, and she's basically on his side trying to track down the bad guys and stuff. Ben Copper, basically, she goes against it. Turns out she's working with for the bad guys. But how that comes about is really, it's incredibly fast. It's almost like glazed over. 1 second she's she's sat there talking to him, about how she's going to help him. The next, the bad guys walk in. She's like, yeah, don't fucking move. it was really disjointed. Everything was just thrown on screen and just happened all at once. Again, the comedy and tragedy combined didn't work. This could have been much more of a sort of batshit romp than it actually was. So Austin Butler, I mean, you know, the blonde god, and very talented, up against Matt Smith. They were actually a decent pairing. Matt was kind of funny. He was, I've not seen him in a character like that before. I actually walked past him, not that it's relevant, but a few weeks ago when I was down in London for work, I walked past Matt Smith in the middle of Soho, and he was with like a sort of entourage of friends, had these shades on and a leather jacket, and was like, yeah, as if he was on something. It's Matt. Anyway, Matt Smith, excellent portrayal of an absolute, like, bonkers drug dealer who's over his head with the bad guys. 1 minute he's like wailing and howling, the next he's like, way, you know, he's got that down to a T. He's perfect. His character, I don't know if I should give it away. I mean, I might spoil it here, but this is such an obscure film, I don't think a lot of people are going to watch it. When his character dies on the train, that's another thing about this film. It's, the disjointed bits. He dies on a train. And Hank, Austin Butler's character, he sat with him on the train. He dies, and then Hank is just like, okay, cool, it's fine. I've got your cat in the bag. It's fine. There's a cat that's going round with him during the film. He just gets off at the next station and leaves Matt Smith's character on the train. So like again, similar to Hank's girlfriend at the beginning. She makes quite an impact, but all of a sudden she's executed. Then someone's telling a joke, so that it blends in comedy, and then he's just quickly forgotten about it all. Yeah, this was no. Court stealing definitely wasn't. It wasn't for me. I'd never watch this again, ever. However batshit hilarious Matt Smith is throughout, however talented Austin Butler is and his abs. Fucking hell, him in those boxer shorts. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. All of that aside, court stealing is very confused. And it could have been done in such a different. I'm trying to think of another film that I've seen that it compares to. I mean, definitely not in the whole in the dynamics and the substance of the film itself. It doesn't compare to anything. But there are other movies out there that, like. Actually, it's ironic. I mentioned Jumping Jack Flash, Whoopi Goldberg's movie from years and years ago that Carol Kane was in. When she's caught up, it's brilliant. Like, Whoopi Goldberg is like, 1 minute she's hanging from a rooftop, but the next she's like darting through the town. She's got a gun held to her head, and she's still like delivering the humour, but it is consistently funny. Whereas this is tragic. It's tragic, and doesn't work with the humour merged with that element. It's not, really wasn't for me. Anyway, I've banged on about that for way too long. That's it now. It's nuts. It's absolutely batshit crazy. And if you're a fan of those sort of British gangster type flicks, you'll probably love it. The soundtrack's quite pounding as well. The action wise, it's non-stop. It is. It's just the whole the focus on these completely random characters that walk in and out and get executed, and that I've just gone over about 6 or 7 times. The combination of humour and despair and tragedy. No way. Didn't quite work. No. And how the cat survived the car crash at the end, I've no idea. That's it, really. Done. Hopefully I'll see something better next time.